And speaking of national defense, Amanda, from our D.C. Bureau tonight, final passage of the 2023 Defense Authorization Act looks to be just a few days away, a milestone marking significant gains for the U.S. Armed Services, along with the end of Senator Jim Inhofe's career. Our Washington Bureau Chief Alex Cameron is following the progress.
Well, a week ago today, House and Senate negotiators released the final version of next year's National Defense Authorization Act. The next day, the House passed it overwhelmingly, all 5 members of the Oklahoma delegation voting in favor. Now it's just a wait on the Senate.
The NDAA is ready to go, and we should finish that this week.
The only potential holdup at this point is the funding authorization that Congress also has to pass. If they go with a continuing resolution instead of an omnibus appropriations bill, new programs in the NDAA would be in jeopardy.
When you have a continuing resolution and you're not funding those projects, all of that comes to a halt.
Negotiations.
But Democratic and Republican leaders indicated Tuesday negotiations on an omnibus are on track.
I think we're very close to getting an omnibus appropriation bill that would be, I think, broadly appealing. It would meet the defense number of the NDAA.
The top line number is $858 billion, a $45 billion increase over what President Biden proposed, but $19 billion of it to offset inflation. Among the highlights are a 4.6% pay raise for service members and civilian defense workers. The Pentagon's vaccine mandate goes away. The Navy gets $32 billion for shipbuilding, and the Air Force gets 36 new stealth bombers. Highlights specific to Oklahoma, the bill adds funding to speed up the Air Force's acquisition of the E-7 Wedgetails, which will replace the aging E-3 Sentries. But it also requires the Air Force keep a couple of those old AWACS planes at Tinker for training. Also, the legislation continues to promote defense industry partnerships with OU, OSU, and TU. And once the bill does reach the Senate floor, it's expected to pass easily and then quickly get the president's signature. In our Washington Bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.